Okay, so this is a quick video on how to add a used product to your website or a previously enjoyed product. You're basically going to go to products on the left and you're going to, you want to try and select a product that's already as close as possible to the product you're adding, brand wise. So for example, I'm getting ready to add a Gravely used mower. So I'm going to go down to Gravely and then I'm going to filter. So I'm basically showing only Gravely products in the page. And then once I do that, I'm going to actually search for the mower that I'm looking for or that I'm going to be adding. Now, technically, when you do this, you're actually adding a mower that is already in existence. But if you don't have one in existence, then we'll have to actually go create a one from scratch or a different mower and just change what's different about it. But we're going to now scroll down the page and look for the ZTX 52 inch, which is two of them here. And as far as which model it is, I'm just going to go with the Kawasaki because it is a Kawasaki. So I'm going to hit duplicate, and then that's going to open up a duplicate of that product. So, and it's always going to name the product copy afterwards, parentheses. So what you can do is take the title and name it whatever you want it to be named. For example, I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to maybe do this at the end. So that way we know that it's used, and but everything else I want to make sure it's correct. So it's a Gravely ZTX 52 inch Kawasaki zero turn mower used. You can also click edit there and then just get rid of what's in there and hit OK because it'll rename it based on what's here. Because before it was the same URL as the previous product, only -2, and technically it's a different model, so we don't want to mix it up. So it's important to do that right there, that particular step. And then you're going to have your description. So obviously change whatever's different about the description. Here's actually just the major details. It's not, it's if it is the same mower and everything's the same, I just leave it. That's one of the reasons why it's really best to duplicate one instead of just creating one from scratch because you have to write all this stuff. So it's better to find one that's similar to it. Of course, read through that, make sure it's correct, and then you're going to scroll down and you're going to set your price. If you don't want to put it on the sale price, you want to just take it off the price, you can. But I'm just going to go ahead and say, let's say that it was normally this price. We're going to leave that at the retail price, and then the sale price, since it's used, is going to be, let's say, $2,500, just for simplicity's sake. And then the rest of this section we're going to leave alone unless you want to do a custom badge. And in this case, I do recommend a custom badge because you want to let them know that it's used. And then you want to say maybe most people want to know the hours. So I'd put 190 hours. And then keep it short because it's just a badge. It's a very short amount of space that's on there. And when I say badge, you'll see that in a minute. So there's that, and then we're going to move on to the inventory, and it's really important to change the stock number, or the SKU number rather. So it's okay if you want to leave this in there, or if you want to change it, but if you're going to leave this number in there, you want to at least do this, put used, so that you know that it's a used item, and then you're going to go down to attributes, and then here you've got the year of the mower. You can set that to whatever year you want to. You can hit the X on that, type 2021, or you can add new, rather, sorry, 2021, hit OK. It already exists, so we're going to go ahead and search for 2021. I was trying to add one that existed already, so you have to select it. So there's that. So you search for it, and then when it shows in the list, select it. So there's 2021, and then you want to look at the series. That's the correct series. The model, is that the correct model? It is. It isn't. You can remove it, and to remove it, you just hit this X. So let's just say, for example, well, let's leave that one for now. So let's go back to series. So let's say that's not the series that we want, and we don't really want to put a series. There's a preset selection of options, which you can go you can select this and you can scroll and find everything that you want. But there's different types of different series or different brands. So this is acting like I don't want to put a series, so I'm just going to leave it. So I'm just going to remove what was there and collapse it. And then I'm going to do condition. In this case, it's not new, it's used. So I'm going to select that and choose used, or I can type used and it'll show me the example. But you've selected and it'll put in that little box so you can see. And then deck size 52 is correct. Deck type, correct. Brand engine, Kawasaki, engine, and if that's too much information or that's not accurate, again, just hit the X on that and then collapse that. And then the fuel type, make sure it's correct. Horsepower, correct. Color, correct. Main category, it needs to be in zero-turn mowers. Actually could be under used as well. I think it's used. No, that's actually the wrong one. All mowers, and then you're gonna. So Gravely has special deals, and of course with new mowers, but not with used. So you want to make sure you turn that off because you don't want there to be a deal on it. The deal is basically the payment plan. Gravely offers, a payment plan, 0% interest or whatever, and it generates the yellow box on the front end, and it tells them what the payment would be per month. You don't want to offer that in here because it's used. So, and then whether it's commercial or residential, in this case it's residential, and then you basically just hit save attributes, and that saves all those settings. And then what you're going to do next is, again, make sure it's in the right category, which it is by default when you clone a product. Next, we're going to work with images. So we don't want all the gallery images, and we don't want the manufacturer image. Now, if you don't have any images, I'd leave it. But it's kind of misleading that that's not the actual mower. So you would want to go ahead and remove that as well. But maybe as a good placeholder until you get your image. But anyway, the gallery images you're just going to delete and delete. I just start at the top and just keep hitting delete until they get to like they come to you basically. So that's there. And then next what we're going to do is we're going to upload an image. Let's go ahead and remove this product image. And then we're going to add product image. But before I do that, I'm going to kind of walk you through how to use your images. So for example, I'm going to open I've got a few photographs here of the mower itself. So I'm going to open this photo, and this one is tall, and I really don't want this top part and this bottom part. So I'm going to show you how to crop it. Obviously you can crop it in different programs, but I'm going to actually go to a program called Paint. So you just click Start if you're using Windows and type in Paint, and then you can open Paint here and then you can I'll bring this here and I'll show you. So you click File, Open, and then you choose your image, which in this case will be, I probably want this image because it's too tall. And I want to crop it down. So now the way you want to do this, you can actually hold down Control and scroll down, and it'll zoom out. So I want to zoom out so I'm not as close to it. And then you want to hit Select, and then you're going to just draw a box where you want to crop it to. So if that's where I want to crop it, you can see that it's cropped. So when you draw your box where you want it to be, and when you're finished, then you just hit the crop button. So crop, and it trims it down to a nice square. It's fine if it has to be vertical image, but a square is going to make up for a nicer product image on the product page and on the product grid page. So that'll be what I want to use. So I hit File, Save As, and then I want to save to the same place, and I'll just call it the same thing. I'm going to overwrite what's there. So it'll be mower 1. And then that'll be done with that. And then I'll be done with that. And then I can go hit and set product image. So I'm going to click set product image. I'm going to go to, actually I have folders here, and you're probably going to want to put it in a new folder, create a new folder and call it used. And that way you have like a used inventory. This is kind of like your computer. You should keep it organized with folders and things. So I'm going to call it used inventory, or just use is fine. And then hit create. And then once it creates the folder, you're going to go to the used inventory folder. And then you're going to hit upload files, or you can drag and drop it. But I'm going to select. And then I'm going to go to the folder, which is not there. And it's down here. And here. And it's uploading and optimizing to make it load quickly on mobile. So it's a fast image. I'm going to scroll or hit select product image. It's actually always on the screen. So select product image, and then it sets that as the main product image. I'm going to click add product gallery images next. I'm going to add some more images. So upload, select files. I'm going to select the next three. So this one, and this one. I named them Mower 2, Mower 3, Mower 4. And open. And it's uploading those images. It's optimizing. That's why it takes a minute. And then when you're done, hit add to gallery. It's got the three checked. So hit add to gallery. And let's say I don't like the order of these. You literally just drag and drop it. So you can drag it over here, drag this to the back, and then there's your order. So that's it. You're done. Hit publish. You can actually save as draft if you want to just save it as draft and come back to it. If you're not ready to launch it, this product availability yet, you would just save as draft and you could see it, but no one else can. So once that's finished, then you can actually hit the view product button here. I hold down control and hit it. It opens in a new tab. So I don't lose my page. I can actually, switch back to the previous tab. So there is the product, and this is a test server. It's not one of our operational servers. It's just it's like a testing server that I'm using to show you. But anyway, it's got your badge here for the used, 190 hours, and then you got your picture. You can click on it to enlarge, and it's actually a high-res image that was loading there, so they can zoom in and see. But you want to use a pretty big image, but not too big. And then they can cycle through the next picture, and then of course they can zoom in. They can hit escape to leave it, or they can click on these images down here. So there's the price, the discounted to, so they know the retail price of it when it was new, and then here's the used price. Again, it says used, so it's very clear, used. And then you got your description, you have all your details that we just modified. The stock number is used, and it's the condition is used. So and then of course other related products to sell them if they're interested in those as well. So now it would probably be good for you to additionally add the category of used if your website has it, which this particular one does not have it. And if you just don't see it here, you can add it yourself manually, which is what I'm going to do now. So I don't see used, so we're going to go ahead and click on the add new category. And you can call this what you want to. Some people call it pre-owned, and I'm gonna call it that just because it's an alternative, so you can see. So it's going to be in the pre-owned and also in the Gravely category. If you choose to not have this as part of your Gravely lineup that they see, if they were to go to the Gravely products, here, let me just go ahead and save this, save or update. And then I'm going to go here, and so if you see the Gravely brands or the products, the brand Gravely and all the products thereof, you're going to see it in there as used. Now it says used, so it's clear to them, and that's why I recommended adding the badge. We added the badge, and where we said 190 hours. Some people don't want it to be mixed in with all the new. So if you don't, then remove it from the Gravely category, and it won't show here, and it'll only show on the pre-owned or used category. And the way we can do that is we actually would go to the used category, the pre-owned category, and we would display that category once it's available. But yeah, here, let's do that. Let's go ahead and take off the Gravely and then update. And then we're going to have to actually search for, used, because the product's going to change. It's in Gravely now, and we just took it out of Gravely. So so here's the used one, and now we got the pre-owned category. So we're going to go look at the pre-owned category. It should only be one because there's only one. But if you're going to have a lot of them on here, we're going to create a new menu item for you called pre-owned or used equipment. And then since all you have to do is put it in that category, and it'll show up in that category for you. And of course you can, you'll be able to search under brand for pre-owned. We can also put it under the main category as well. But yeah, that's basically it. And that's what it's like to add your products in there. It seems like a lot, but once you understand the steps, it's not so bad. But as always, let us know if you have any questions.